Good day, everyone. John Little here. Chester's at the controls tonight. Sammy is going to be the director. New hat for him. Hey, we're back at the Community Puzzle Project, and we're going to try to get another row done. We've got the first row we went through. Here's the puzzle we're building. This is Miss Ginger's. This is a Ginger original painting that the Village of Bacarak has put together. And here is their attempt. It looks pretty darn good coming out of the chute. All right, let's get started right away. I'm trying to keep these to a 20-minute segment. Last one was a little bit longer than that to get through it. All right, we're on row 2. If I remember correctly, let's bring it up over here. Row 1, Village Finished Pieces. We'll make ourselves a new folder, so we'll be ready to go into row 2. There are approximately how many pieces in a row, we said? Something like 10, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13. That sound right? What? That's 12. 12 in a row. All right, here we go. We select our piece, bring it up big size. We're going to go into edit mode. Again, we are using On1 Photo Raw 2020. That's the software we're using. We are going to make these into 3 by 4 inch pieces. We're going to look at this one right off the bat. It looks like we're a little low in contrast. Remember last time we were looking up here again in the charts, our graph. And we need the black to be a little bit closer to the edge, and what we do with that is we play with our contrast, midtones, etc. So we're going to take our shadows and bring them down a little bit and see how that moves that chart. Looks pretty good there. Highlights look pretty good. They're not burned out. We're all the way to the edge. I think we're good in that department. And I think we have already cropped these, if I remember correctly. So let's just do an export and see what we've got. We want a 3 inch on the short side, 3 by 4, that looks good, 300 dpi, that is correct. We're doing a PNG, you could do other formats, but PNG is going to give you a high quality at a reasonable size file. TIFF would be a bigger file without much gain, and we don't need to go specifically into Photoshop. JPEG is for websites, and it's compressed. The folder we're going into is Village of Bacarak, Village Finished Pieces, nothing after the export, and current name. Looks good. Here we go. Look at that. First one done. Bada bing. Use our arrow key. Going to go to the next one. Ooh, that's pretty. Contrast-wise, we're looking pretty good. A little low in the highlight area. Let's take a quick look at that in the highlights here. Bring them up. And I'm not really seeing a lot of activity. We're seeing some here, but let's take a closer look at this area. We're not losing the detail. Let's bring it back down to where it was. I don't think we really need to do much with that one. Let's just leave that one be. That's fine. Put that back, and that looks ready to go. That's pretty. So again, we go down to the lower right corner, do an export. All settings are the same, don't have to do anything there, and export. I bet we can get more than one row now we've got this down. We know what we're doing. Okay, this is a little bit smaller image, as you can see. Then we blow it up bigger. That's life size there. So if we want to go bigger than that, we gotta tell it. So no, a little bit smaller, but I think we're gonna be okay. We're gonna be okay. Contrast-wise, look at that. Wall to wall. Look pretty good. I don't think you have to do anything with this at all. Let's go ahead and do an export on it. And export this one. Out it goes. Next. We have to make that one fit. Somebody did a good picture. All right, look at this. We have no highlights. This is what we would consider a flat image. And just for fun, to educate you folks along the way, let's put S into the saturation, and we will desaturate it. Color enhancer, I believe, is where we can do this. Saturation, bam. So that's black and white. That's a black and gray. Has absolutely no whites in it whatsoever. So, depending upon the original, I don't believe that it would be what we'd want. So let's go back over here, and let's kick those highlights up the best we can. Let's just max them out. And did it move the chart at all? No. All right, what are the choices we have down here? Everything else in effects. What I want is an actual level control like I have in Photoshop. And I don't use this program that much to do all the fine tuning. I mean, it can do a lot of stuff, but you guys are keeping me busy as it is. Color adjustment, I don't think that would have it. Let's just take a look. Color adjustment, nope. Because we can turn off any of these. Anything you bring in you don't want to, you can turn off or turn it back on. Or delete it. Color enhance, what do you got? Cross process, curves. Curves is the other way to make things move. Now what you do with curves, you're going to affect all colors. You've got to put little dots on it. These are your bending dots. And something about in the middle between these two and something in here. This is your shadows down at this end. I mean, if I go down like this, look how it makes them all dark. And likewise, if I do something up here, I can get those whites to go a little bit higher. And not a lot. It's just, I can force it. So what we need to do, before we get totally quick, because I mean, we got it. I mean, we're over there. Watch what I have. I turned it off. We have that. Turn it on. I've got that. So I'm willing to say that's better. What I'd like to do, let's go ahead and keep this like it is. We have the other two are turned off. Matter of fact, let's go ahead and just delete them. So all we have is the one here that we're doing the curves, which I think saved the bacon, as it were. So we'll go ahead and export this one. And a lot of times the cameras can be fooled on what you're actually photographing. And that may be the case here. I don't know, it seems like it should have enough contrast, but that's all right. We can fix anything. Now this one isn't too bad. Again, the highlights are a little low. See if we can pick them up here. And we're going to lose a little bit of our contrast, though. Let's keep it about there. Let's take our shadows down just a touch. Get a little bit deeper down in here. I think we'll give that a try. First thing we do is, the first thing we did, the very first night, was crop them all to 3x4. Now we're going through them and exporting them out, doing some final little tweaks to them, some adjustments. That's a nice looking chart there. And then we can see how they all piece together. Now, when it goes to piecing time, we may have to come back and recrop and move things around and do some other tidbits. What number are we up to, you guys think? We can look in our folder. We are up to number 5. Okay. This one's it's a little fuzzy, I think. That's okay. I think we'll be all right with it. Ooh, look what we have here, guys. Let's educate once again. Let's educate once again. Let's take our color enhancer. If we make this into a black and white by desaturating it, taking all the saturation away, what do you have? Absolutely right. You've got gray. So we know we're going to want to use our curve guy again. And again, a little dot in the middle, dot in the middle, and dot in the middle. Okay, I'm going to have to bring this guy down, this guy up. And if we turn this guy back on, let's see, not that guy, this guy. See? Turn that off. So you can already see we picked it up a lot. And I'm almost willing, we can go a little bit higher. It's really hard to pull white out of something that doesn't even have a white in it. Something else got activated. I think that did. I don't even know why that opened up. It's going to do something. I'm going to do it. I'm going to go with what we got there. Let's go ahead and just check it black and white again. I almost got a full black. It looks like our white, my cursor's a little weird right now, is going to be there. That's a dodging and burning cursor. For some reason, we got that activated. Go ahead and turn off the black and white. We'll just get rid of it. And I don't know why that guy came up. Let me just do a reset on that. Oh, I reset the whole thing. Oh, that's all right. That's okay. Let's go back and redo this one. I don't... Okay, we got our... We don't have the cursor I want here. Let us just cancel this. Line work relog, yep. Let's cancel that. Let's go back. I'm going to come back into this one. When it gets to a point where I don't know what it's doing, I hit something that tells us to do something different. And we want what color? No curves. We still have it. I don't remember pressing a key. Oh, paint mode, paint out. Oh, it's a paint, okay, we're in a paint out mode. Okay, we don't want to be in a paint out mode. Why are we in a paint out mode? Well, let's get through this one. Maybe the next one won't do it. Because we know what we need to do. We won't worry about it. Roll this guy down about like yay. This guy was up and over about like yo. Yep, I think we're looking good right there. A little more down. Let's take it down. Let's a little. That'll work. Export that. And good. And we'll get ourselves out of this paint mode. All right. Ooh. You guys are making them challenging. All right, let's go with. I don't think there's going to be enough shadow to bring back. Yeah. Fooled me. Not bad. White, let's just take the white up just a touch. I can give that a shot. And export. What piece we up to? We're up to number 7. Number 7. Got to get to 11. 0 through 11. Is there any detail up here? Can't get any bigger. That's what we got. Oh, it's not bad. A little fuzzy graph though. A little soft, but we have to look at it. And again, this is just a small portion of the overall picture, so it may not have any effect. We have to talk about shooting these, photographing these. Huh, that's a big one. Nice sharp one. Look at the different. Look at the texture they've added in there. Looks like they scratched it or dry brushing. That's some dry brushing action. Some build-up layers. And we look good. Let's go ahead and just export that one. And good. Arrow key over. I think this is number 11, and we are, I got a feeling that's supposed to be white. I don't know. Do you think? It just seems to have an overall yellow cast. let's just add a color balance, and let's go cool highlights. And I'm not seeing a big change. Oh yeah, there is. Almost seems like it's further off than that though. Do we have a color adjustment? Turn this one off for a second. And let us take overall saturation hue or fall color, more sky, and make it all go blue. Really pop the blues is what it did. That's what that's going to do. Enhance the blues. And I think that's what I want. I think what we may want is going to be over here. And let's just cool it off overall. I really think that's closer to what you'll want. We may have to come back and revisit this one after I look at the original. I think that was nope, that's number 10. We have one more. And then we'll put it into our Photoshop file. Looks pretty good. Fairly good contrast. Got a little bit of reflection up here. I'm not getting a lot of that like I did the first one, so you guys paid attention to that. It's photo filter, and we use, not that, we use a polarizing filter. And we do more polarizer and the amount. We don't want color though. So oh, here, polarizer down here. Yeah, that helped. We'll leave that alone. Saturation seems to be all right. White seems a little hot now. I mean, we've lost the detail there. See how it's slammed up against the wall here. Let's go back to develop, take our highlights. What happens when we take them down? Ah, there is information in there. See? You don't want to burn out your highlights. You do have some dark, and it's going to be dark. It's going to be against that back wall there on the right. Yeah, that's pretty black. Okay. I think we'll give that a shot. Export. How am I doing time-wise? 18 minutes. I guess I can't do this and then get it in. I don't remember how long the last video was. All right, we'll do a done there because that was number 11. And, yep, number 11. All right, let's pop over to our folder. And where do we actually put the file? Oh, drat. Where is the file? And I've done so much in Photoshop, I won't remember where I put it. Why wouldn't it be right here? These are all your guys' files. Wait a minute. I saw, oh, that's Carol's we had to adjust. That's Sharon's we had to adjust. And there's the project I made. Where is the Photoshop file, though? Assembly video. That is the video. Well, here it is. So I did it in 24 minutes. I saw that there. 24 minutes. Well, I'm going to do that this time because I can't find the dang file. Where did I put that? It's a big file, too. I really thought I could put it in here. It's not. Let's go ahead and open up Photoshop. And I'm going to have to think of where I could have possibly put it. Certificates, these are the last things I've been working on. So nope. I've been working too much. Open. That's the last thing I opened. Finish the August challenges. Didn't have very many people do my little flowers. I really thought the flowers, after all the other stuff I gave you, would be a little bit more, I'd have more people doing it, but I would have, what, 16, I think. A little disappointed. Are you guys getting tired of my little August? So where are we? Working folder. See, that would have been a good place to put it. There it is. Ha! The working folder, which is also on this local drive. All right, there's our first row. Here it is, first row. So you can turn it off, turn it on. Okay, we're gonna go for the second row now. Let's color the first row so we know we're done with it, more or less. Make it red. Okay, we'll highlight this, but I don't think that matters because I think when I drop them in, they just sit in the middle and then we peel them off, if I remember correctly. And we want to bring up the village pieces. And we're going to select all, holding the control key down. I'm going to get rid of these two because I don't want to bring them in. We're going to bring in these 11 pieces. I'm just going to take them here, and 12 pieces, and drop them there. And then we start sliding them up. This is number 0. And then I do the okie dokie, and the second one appears. Isn't that cool? It's just like magic. Ooh, look at that. Oh, look how close that lines up. It's so exciting. The little things in life. Oh, good flowers right next to this. Nice. Trees. Look at that. Come on, guys. You got to be impressed with what you've done. How can you not be impressed? I'm impressed. I just think it's so cool. People from around the world, I give them a little piece and say, here, go paint this for me. Oh, that's nice. I have to work on the contrast for that, get that closer match. That's pretty. Oh, this is the guy next to this one. Nice. So I guess I can do it in 24 minutes. Well, that's not bad. So I'm going to take 24 minutes a row. Not bad. Let's blow that up just a little bit. Slide it down a little bit. So that's what we got so far. First 2 rows are now complete. I got to keep that last one. And let's do a quick save. It's going to take a little bit of work to try to get these things to line up a little bit better, but overall, it's kind of cool looking. So let's go with that. So I'm going to take this one down to this one, hold my shift key down, select all those together, and slide them into row 2. So now in row 2. Row 2 will now be orange. Just go down the list. Turn off 2, turn off 1. There we go. Save it. All right, guys. Second row's done. We'll come back. We'll do the third row. How many rows are there? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 rows. No, well, 7 to go. Because there's a total of 6 rows. Yeah. How can there be 7 to go? There's only 6 rows, people. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to go. Sammy's being director. That's not working. All right, everybody. Did it. 2407. Ciao.